Hi guys, and welcome back to Shit Gaming. We are back in action with a 2,000 point bat rep today of epic proportions, as we have the humongous Chaos Knights versus the murderous and rampant Genestealer infestation. The force today is a Knight Abominant. He's not the best knight in the world, but he has some cool kind of mortal wound power that he throws out within 9 inches. He's got very decent melee, and a gun that has dev wounds and can be very swingy. So he's leading my force, and his enhancement shall be the Panoply of the Cursed Knights, which is 40 points, and basically gives him armor contempt. And he is my wall, and he's being backed up by 2 other big knights on the left. Rampager. He has a Diabolist, Heavy Stubber, Reaper Chainsword, Advance and Charge once in game, has Sustain, gives out rerolls to these guys. He's awesome, 380 points, an absolute murder machine. This is a Proxied Knight who's turned to the Dark Forces. He's going to be the Desecrator. He has the enhancement of the Aura of Terror, which basically means that I get sticky objectives with him, which is really good. And also it counts as being within my range of being -1 to a Battle Shock. And then his enhancement shall be the Doom and Darkness round is active from turn 1 for him. So those are my big Chaos Knights in the list, my characters. And then pretty simply, I have 2 Warthog Huntsmans, armed with their Melters, their Stubbers, and their Chain Cannon for nice melee 3 damage. And they get buffed by the Rampager at the back, giving them reroll 1 to hit in melee. Awesome. And then 2 Warthog Executioners with their nice 3 damage AP1 shooting, throwing out some good volume of fire. Don't have too much anti-chaff, but that's Chaos Knights. And then Chaos Knights briefly, from turn 1, if you're within 12 inches of me, you're -1 to your Battle Shock. And then from turn 3, if you're Battle Shocked, the Doom and Darkness rules come into effect. You are -1 to hit if you're Battle Shocked, and also I get +1 to wound. And Chaos Knights have some cool strats as well to get Thunder Pains in melee, 4 up involved in shooting, and throw out some mortal wounds as well. So it's the murderous and rampant Chaos Knights against the GSC.
So from the very big to the very many, we got the Genestealers up today, led by none other than the converted Patriarch. Let's go. He's going to be rolling with 5 Genestealers that are going with him. But then characters from right to left, we're starting off with the Sanctus Sniper. He hasn't got much to shoot but Knights today, but we'll see how he does. We've got the Reductus Saboteur to blow stuff up. And then we've got not 1 but 2, count them 2 Primuses. 1, I'm sorry about the paint job, but they're really good, so I had to build up another. Then we've got next to him the Nexus, who's got CP shenanigans. And finally, far left, converted out of an Age of Sigmar kit, is the Abominant.
Looking awesome.
And he's tough, man. He's big. He's the size. And then back in, he's going to be in the unit with 5 Aberrants, ready to smash up some stuff with a lovely 4+ Feel No Pain. Woof. And then behind them, onto the troops, we have got the Acolyte Hybrids. In each unit, the 3 at the front on those cool funky bases, we're going to say they're armed with demo charges, one use, and each of them then has 1 like heavy melee weapon, heavy mining tools to do a little bit of damage in combat, maybe.
Against the Knights.
We've got the truck. He looks like a rock grinder, but we're playing him as a truck today for one of those units of hybrids to get into, jump out, throw some charges. We'll see what happens there. And then moving right, we've got a big squad of bikes at the front. Big squad of 10 of them with 2 buggies at the back. Buggy's got 1 mining laser, 1 flamer, because that's what I have modelled. And then at the back we have got the Ridge Runner. I am taking them with the mortar today because I want some out of line of sight shooting to be buffing my armies. And then finally, you know them, you love them, we've got the Neophytes. There's 2 big units of 20 at the back there, but we've got essentially 2 mining lasers, 2 seismic cannons in each. The one at the front then has the grenade launchers, because I've only got 2 of them, we're only going to play 2 today. The one at the back is going to have the flamers. Over on the right here, this big pile of mess, we've got a couple of hybrids that are standing in for, they're going to be the seismic cannons today. So we've got these modelled with the mining lasers, but seismic cannons. And finally a unit of 10, just all with auto guns. They're just going to stand on an objective.
And then it wouldn't be a GSC without some Genestealers.
Yeah, baby.
So we have 5.
5 of them backing up the Patriarch.
Nice.
Infiltrating. Let's go. 1 enhancement, and that is on the Abominant there. Inscrutable Cunning, which is pretty good. It gives him infiltrate, and I've got a chance to get some CP back, so he's going to be starting up the board in the Knights.
It's the Chaos Knights against the GSC, and stay tuned to see what happens. Epic proportions and magnitude. There are 2 flags in these squads.
To just point out that this guy in white is going to be the flag guy in the back squad.
Mission today, we're playing as priority targets. So in the second, third, fourth, and fifth battle rounds, at the end of each command phase, the players whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control, up to only 10 per turn per player. And then crucially at the end of the battle, each player scores 5 victory points for each objective marker they control, up to 15 per player. So it's a late game mission for priority targets on a crucible of battle board, so a diagonal deployment with sweeping clear, which means it's sticky objectives army-wide, nullifying my enhancement on my desecrator. But we move, and that's the mission today.
We're back, it's Ascension Day. Let's go, Genestealer Cults on a board set up by...
Bonsoir. We have the buildings, we have a tree of light, we have crates, we have knights against Genestealers, the usual terrain setup, the usual rules, but the same amount of epicness, if not more. As we have the Chaos Knights versus the GSC on an abandoned Imperial world, of course. The Genestealers have won the War of Ascension. The Imperial forces have been slaughtered. But in the darkness, chaos rises. Boom, the knights have arrived, deployment has been done. We have 2 little melee knights on this side with their big overlord, 1 shooty with the desecrator and another shooty little knight, followed by the Knight Abominant with the Panoply of the Cursed Knights upgrade. It is the traitorous legion of the corrupted steel. Against the GSC on this side, we have the bikes in the centre, we have the Broodlord on the flank with the Genestealers, a 20 blob. Behind the building we have
a truck and a Ridge Runner, sniper in the roof.
Very nice.
And over on this side we have the Reductor Saboteur.
Saboteur.
Over here we've got the Aberrants with the enhancement on them, letting them be infiltrate, starting up the board, but not on the objective.
It's the Chaos Knights against the Genestealers.
Before that I have some shenanigans.
Repositioning the Genestealer Cults, they have moved a blob of 20 off the board. They have changed the Broodlord's position to be on the scary right flank of Doom, and you're repositioning the bikes as well. And choose your weapon. Green for the Chaos Knights and purple for the Genestealers. Let's go! Boom! Woo! 1 minute. Turn 1 for the Knights, bringing it down. An assassination on my cards as the green defenders of the Chaos Knights. Command phase, this back objective in my command phase becomes sticky. And also, I get a CP, no primary points to declare, nothing is battle shocked. And from the turn 1, if you're within 12 inches of me, you're -1 to your battle shock test. As we begin the Knights' first turn, as we look to take the fight to the secretive GSC. Knights, alright, movement phase, we're pushing up with these 2 Chaos Knights, as you're looking to throw a bomb into me with a CP.
So it's special ability, primed explosives, so essentially she's rigged up this whole building with loads of explosives, and now they're coming around the building. I've got a chance to do a bunch of more wounds.
On a 2+. On a 1. Oh, it's a 5. D3 plus 3 mortals. For 4. It's a once a game ability from the Saboteur, as the Chaos Knight is on 8 wounds. And we continue the movement phase on turn 1. Movement phase, this guy took some mortal wounds from a once a game ability. We finished movement phase, we have the big Chaos Knight sitting on the centre, no advancing or charging, everyone pushed up. The back objective is sticky, and that's nice. We have the, although you could, can you come in turn 1 with your deep strikes?
Not turn 1.
Cool, so I'm keeping nothing there, that's cool. And then we have this Desecrator pushed up, and we're going to get these 2 knights into the action against these little infestation of Genestealers and Aberrants over there in the corner. And we're looking like we're going to do some damage, as that is the movement phase, and now we go to the shooting phase. And in the shooting phase, this knight selects you to do a battle shock test on the Aberrants at -1. You need an 8+ to be cool.
I'm cool.
You fail it, cool. I'm going to spend my CP. I haven't taken any damage, but he's within 12 inches, so he is going to do a power wave. If you take a battle shock test, fail a battle shock test within 12, roll 6 dice, 4 up mortals. And I heal wounds, but he hasn't taken any damage, and I don't think this knight can heal the wounds, because he's over here. 4 ups, bam! Ooh, 4 up Philippanes, apparently. Okay, take 2 damage. 4 up Philippanes meant that you only take 2 damage, meaning an aberrant's on a wound. As now the Chaos Knight's going to shoot. He's going to start off with his ability, Warp Storms, to do a 3+ mortal wounds on both units. Aberrants, yes, for D3 mortals, for 2 more. 4 ups, oh, he bosses it. And then Genestealers, for yes, and that's D3 mortals, for 1. Into the Genestealer, and now we have the Stubber. The Stubber's going to go into the Genestealers, and then the big cannon is going to go into the Aberrants. Actually, no, everything into the Aberrants. Let's go. Stubber coming in, within rapid fire range, so 6 shots on 3s. Pretty dead. Everything into the Aberrants here. Wounding strength 5, so wounding on 5, so 2 wounds.
Saves.
5 up saves. Fails 1 of them, and 4 up of pain. To live or die. No, you boss! Big death wound cannon! 3s to hit. That was nice. 7 wounds go through from the Chaos Knight into the Aberrants. So you have -1 to wounds, so wounding on 3s with dev wounds here. But you have a 4 up feel no pain. 3s devs! Nice. Another one. Okay, cool. 5+ saves. Makes
one.
3 damage apiece and 1 guy's on a wound. He absolutely survives the first one. The second one. Can he tank the second one? No way. Oh. No, next one. Takes only a damage. 3 dev wounds, so he's on 2 wounds. And he is dead. This little knight's going to do everything into the Genestealers.
Okay.
Genestealer is on a wound. Coming in with the Stubber. Stubber hits on 3s with reroll 1s to hit because of the Desecrator. I'm a knight! Strength 5, so 3s to wound. Bam! 2 AP 0. 1's on a wound, come on.
Spinning.
1 dies, 1 takes a wound, as now we have the big cannon coming in. 8 shots, rerolling 1s. That was a good roll. Everything hit. So 2's to wound here. Strength 9. Oh, look at the 1s. 3 1s, no more. All AP 1, so you have invuns. 3 damage piece. Boom. 2 need to die. Good roll. This is the end of my shooting phase. As you go now to the charges, we have this Chaos Knight into both the Aberrants and the Genestealers. Okay. 3. Chaos Knight is half asleep as he fails the charge. Pretty big there. This guy needs an 8 into your character. Oh! Tantalizing the close charges as we finish turn 1. That was assassination points on the table right there.
I'm gonna live!
And I don't have any CP because I spent
Ascension
it already. Discarding both my cards to get a CP. He's pushing down to Genestealer turn 1. Bring it down to no prisoners for the Genestealer Cults. And we both get a CP, and you have nothing for a primary in the first turn of the game. And your back objective is sticky. Knight's choosing to keep assassination, discard, bring it down. As the Genestealer movement phase is looking like Mad Max on a Martian world. The GNC, turn 1, moving.
So yeah, the cards really screwed me because I've got to kill stuff and I don't have half my army on the board at the moment.
To do it.
But really what we've done is we've moved the bikes up to take the middle. We've moved the try and do some damage before they go down. Taking position behind this ruin.
With the truck.
And that's it. Hero of the hour, how could I forget?
Come with
Look
thy
at
name.
that. Astride the building, ready to jump headfirst at this knight and bring him down!
With the explosion. Movement phase begins, my friend. Where are you starting?
So actually, end of the movement phase, these guys, when they move up, have a special ability to do mortal wounds on something within 6. This knight there.
Not me.
He's going to take a...
For every guy in the unit on a 4+, it's a mortal, so 10 dice, 4 ups and mortals. Pretty that good. Looks very good. So my big new knight takes 6 mortals as he loses 1 of his exhaust. He has out of line of sight shooting as the shooting phase begins. There's a sniper in the building. Saboteur is starting. We're doing a free grenade strat into the knights.
The wounded one.
Yes. 6 dice, 4 smalls. You're rolling well. 4 mauls. 4 wounds remaining. Now throw the blasting charge as I failed the charge. Into me. Ability is getting triggered now. She hits on 2s as well. Very nasty. Number of shots?
6.
Wow. T3 +3. T6 +3, hitting on 2s. Bam. Come on, full. Strength 12, AB2, 2 damage.
Winning on 3s.
Winning on 3s. This could take 1 down. We'll go through 5 invuns. And he makes 2, but does die just about. I can CP reroll 1 to keep him alive. Which I will do. Oh! Explode. No. The first Chaos Knight is taken out, giving you bring it down to no prisoners points.
Can I just say, she's a beast.
And I failed the charge, it's really nice. Rock's got indirect mortar into my wounded Rampager. Berserker, Knight in the middle, and it's D6 plus. Oh.
Only 4 shots.
Hang on 5s and no wound.
The rest of my army gets ignore cover and an extra AP against that unit. So
against the big Chaos Knight, not bad at all. So because you hit.
And then this unit of bikes is going to line them up.
Okay. My CP to give my Chaos Knight a 4-up inman. Nice. Got a mining laser into my big Chaos Knight.
I'm going to be...
On a 4? No.
Spinner. It's a spinner.
You get it. T12, so 4 to wound.
That's the wound. That's the baby. He's not finished.
Yes. Valuable CP spend there, my friend.
Valuable CP spend.
Launcher hitting on a 4, which hits again with a 6. 6 to wound though. The rest of the shots coming into the knight. 4s. And 6s. For 1. But it goes to AP 1, but I have cover. So that's a save. I dare you. Ignore cover.
But it is a save anyway.
It's a save. Flamer for 3 hits on 6s. Alright, so you did 6 mortals to the big knight with those bikes, and you managed to kill one of the little Chaos Knights with your Saboteur. As we push over now to the Broodlord and the Arbiters. Charging in, no shooting, coming into the big knight. Aberrants get a 5, and the Genestealers make it on a 6. Making the charge, looking gas as you're ambushing the knight. and we'll see what happens as the Broodlord's going to start the fight. Spending 2 CP to give both units +1 to wound. GSC strat. Patriarch has 6 attacks, hitting on 2s with dev wounds. 5 attacks, sorry. On 2s. Everything. +1 to wound is 5 to wounds with devs on 6s. And twin linked for 1 wound so far. Twin linked for 2 wounds. AP 1. Yeah, he reduced AP. Monopoly of the Cursed Knights. 4 ups. Nothing else. 4 up, you make a CP. You do. Well, that enhancements has become now with the Genestealers as they try to claw away and overwhelm this Chaos Knight, the Abominant. 2 Genestealers, 8 attacks on 2s.
On 3s now.
3s. For dev wounds from the Broodlord, nothing.
1 wound. That was a 5.
+1 to wound, 1 wound went through with a save. The Aberrants are the main event, though, as they come now. Starting with...
Start for 10. Let's hit you with Big Daddy.
Big Daddy? I'm the Big Daddy. Hit him with the...
miss once so far.
Can be 2 hits with the Strength 12 hammer from the Abominant.
I'm hitting you with the last cannon here.
Wounding on 4s.
3s.
+1 wound is 1. And then it's AP.
AP is 2.
So reduce it is 4 up. No! It goes through for D6 +1 damage. For 6 damage. Abominant takes 6 wounds there from Mr. Scary. Your Abominant did 6 wounds to my Abominant. As the Abominant face off, as you have the Aberrants coming in now. These guys are 3 damage. And they're hitting on 3s. Nice. That was terrible. 8 +1 to wound is 4s. For 2. 2 AP2 becomes AP1 because of my enhancement. So 2 4-ups, making 1 of them taking 3 damage. Tanky boys on 13 wounds as you finish your melee and I fight back. That unit did have a sustained hit, which we missed, but now we'll apply to the game throughout every round as we fight back with the Abominant. Everything into your Broodlord. Let's kill him. Hitting on 3s. Sustained! Woohoo! Attacks 10 hits, strength 9 into the Genestealers, wounding on 2s. Oh yeah. 3 damage apiece onto your Genestealers. Yeah, 5 hitmans. 2 Genestealers, 5 ups. They're dead. And then 4 ups. For days. Oh! Takes 9 damage. Abominant wipes out the Broodlord and the Genestealers.
Splat.
Let's go. That's assassinate points. Chaos Knights score 5 points assassinate in the end of your turn, but you also score points to bring it down and no prisoners. End of your turn, I wiped out the Genestealers. The Broodlord is dead. Patriarch is gone. You scored 6 points to secondary. I scored 5 for assassinate. But on a 4+, the Genestealers come back to life at the beginning of the next command phase.
Let's go.
No. A little knight and hurt 2 of my big knights in Chaos Knight turn 2 as I draw my cards, get a CP, and also will get 10 points for my primary. As nothing is battle shocked apart from, because you wiped out that little knight and he's just above half strength, being on 13, not 12. Deploy Telepoma and secure no man's land on my cards for my defending knights turn 2. I can probably get secure no man's land quite easily and do an action in the center to get deploy Telepomas for hopefully 8 points for secondary as I get 10 for primary. And I'm going to hopefully just wipe out as much as I can. In Chaos Knight turn 2. Chaos Knight's turn 2 movement phase. We push this knight up to get vengeance for his fallen brother. We've got the absolute rampage. You're going to go on rampage in the middle and kill these bikes. The Abominant fell back, and we have these 2 knights going to pepper up this side. As this center knight is just pushing up and grabbing the objective to deploy the Telepomas. I'm going to push down the shooting phase for knights on turn 2. Abominant is going to use his Warp Storm power, because he fell back but can still do it, and to just do 3 up D3 mortals on those guys. 3+. Yes. For D3 mortals, for 3 more. 4 for the pains, take the pain, take 2 damage. Start the shooting phase, he selects them to do a battle shock test at -1. Fail it. What'd you roll?
Make it on a 9.
Makes it on a 9, which is really big, because we're going to send a CP to do mortals to you and heal wounds, so well done. The big knight failed, the little one will try to succeed as he's going to shoot everything into the Abominants. CP to get stealth, so I'm hitting on 4s, but because you're under your starting strength, I get +1 to hit, so that's nullified, so I'm back to hitting on 3s and rerolling 1s because of this boy. The CP back, but I'm +1 to hit because it's not being on starting strength. It's coming in with a stubber, 6 shots, hitting on 3s with reroll 1s as well. Bam. Strength 5, your toughness 6 with 5 wounds. Whoa, 3 wounds. 3 wounds go through AP 0.
5 ups.
5 ups, you take 2 damage. 4 pains. Yo, man. Auto cannon's coming in now. Hitting on 3s with reroll 1s, thank God. Bare 2s.
Hitting on 4s.
3s.
Yeah.
2 to wound. What is this 1s? 3s to wound. Strength 9, 4s to wound.
4s to wound.
2 wounds. Ah! 2 go through AP 1.
6 ups. Come on, give me 1. No.
First guy is on 1 wound. He needs
First
to die.
guy.
No way. Yeah,
he dies.
Second guy.
Yes, he dies.
And also is down on the wound. Shoot the desecrator at them. Stubber on 4s here. Stubber. Stubber's winning on 5. Stubber power for taking a damage. 4 for the pain. Die. Yes! Fours with the stubber, as we now have the desecrating cannon of boom. 3 shots on 4s of doom. Doom power! No! A bird on the vacant hillside is evaporated by the beam of energy that misses your applicant. Boy teleport homers on the center to get 3 points. I'm securing the no man's land as well, as we have this guy who's going to melter a bike. Go into the bikes as well. Melter, 2 hits, 1 hit. And then melter is a strength. Toughness 4 is a wound. AP melter.
AP is melter.
Damage, sorry. For 3 damage. One bike falls. Stubber with cover. On 4s. 3s to wound. 3 wounds. 3 wounds go through with cover. Taking 2 damage. Big Knight's going to do stubber everything into that truck. Stubber! 6s. That's Knight's charging the bikes. This guy's going to charge this character. Starting with the main event. We're going to go in with the chainsword. The 2 damage chainsword with 18 attacks hitting on 2s. And we have sustained. 18 attacks hitting on 2. Carnage is manifesting over the board. Bikes hitting on 2s, no -1 to hit at all, so sustained as well. Bench! 2s and 6s are sustained. There's a few 1s, and there's only 2s. Couple 1s again. AP3, 2 damage. Completely wipes out the squad perfectly to a man. Will they come back at the end of the turn as a big rolls? I take the point, secure the no man's land, and that finishes my turn. But
I roll it now.
We have no, you don't. Roll it now, you roll it now. It's a 5+. And 1 2 is a 4+. It's huge.
Let's go!
Oh, he gets him back! The bikes will be back at the end of my next movement phase, which is huge because it means they're not really dead. Question. Bikes will reappear later in the game in this blip if I don't get within range of it. As the bikes are coming back. And that will now go to the main event, part 2. With this boy. 2 wounds, so going with 3 damage, hitting on 3s, getting only 2 hits. And then 2s to wounds. 2 wounds go through, AP3, 3 damage. Saying goodbye to your night-killing character. As that finishes my turn, I'll get 8 points for secondary. As we now push into GSE turn 2. And the bites are returning. A little bit later. Sequence cleanse for your command phase abilities as we begin the GSC turn 2, and you get a CP, as do I, only getting 5 points for primary. And you do have a battle shock test to take on your aberrant squad, as well as that is it. You fail the battle shock test, which means if you fail the battle shock test at any time, I spend a CP, which I have done, spending my CP that I get back. 6 dice or 4 ups, you take mortals, and every mortal you take, I get a wound back. 4 ups! Boom! Pretty good. 4 Front of Pains, 4 go through. Let's do some damage. Yes, 1 damage. Okay, 1 CP for a wound back. Up to 14 wounds, you take a wound. Could have been better, could have been worse. Continue the movement phase for GSC on turn 2. Swarming in, we have a squad popping up over here in the movement phase, as well as the Genestealer starting to swarm and infest.
These guys jumped out the truck, moved up, getting ready to throw demo charges into this guy's face, and then the truck onto this objective, cleansing to get me some points. Then
the aberrant's pushed up
in front of the knight to get a charge off, and then at the end of the movement phase, 20 guys dropped in over here. 10 guys dropped in that corner to investigate signals.
As we push into the GSC turn 2 shooting phase.
Let's begin with this dude at
The Ridge Runner into Big Scary Shocker Man, okay. D6+3. Oh, on 5s. Bits for the buffs, and you get 3 hits. 6 is to wound for nothing. Giving me you, ignore cover.
+1 AP, everything that shoots at you.
Very nice.
Nice.
These guys shooting everything to the Big Knight, spending a CP for +1 AP and +1 to hit.
Yep. Character in there that makes them re-roll the hit roll. So they go from hitting to 5s to hitting to 4s to rerun the hit roll.
Blasting charges, you have 3 of them, D6+3 shots each. That's disgusting.
Oh, that's a decent
19 shots hitting on
4s.
Rerolling the hit roll though.
Explosions!
You get sustained. Sustained as well with rerolls, okay. 19 shots, 19 hits, and your strength.
Strength is 12.
What the hell? Wound. Not amazing. You're rolling wound rolls of 1, because at 1 a point. Okay. Let's save the CP for a 4-bit one. This is 5 ups. Okay. Does it explode? No, he implodes. Rampage, after killing the bikes that come back to life, is now destroyed. That's the first Big Knight taken out, as you now have the back squad, and about half of them can see into this Knight on the objective. Same character giving you reroll hits rolls, and also you're doing the same CP to get +1 AP and +1 to hit because you have a free strat ability.
It's a free strat ability.
Being used, so hitting on 4s or rerolls again. Adding 2 CP to get both your shooting squads that came in and +1 to wound against that Knight who's been ambushed. Is got a mining laser, 2 seismic cannons, and 9 guys with rifle shots coming into him. As you spend some CP to make it gas for +1 to wound, as well as extra AP, as well as +1 to hit. So you're looking to take him down. Mining laser, misses. Rerolling. Misses. On 4s with seismic cannons with rerolls. Sustain. +1 to wound is nice. Wounding on 4s here. Stay back. Ow. If you want to AP2 is cover. 4 up saves. Boss on it. Failing 1. D3 damage. For 1 damage. Taking 1 damage on the little knight as you killed the big one and you have a lot of auto guns coming in now. Takes another damage from that squad as we push over to the unit in the building with no rerolls coming in too.
And no +1 to hit either.
But they still have +1 to wound. Mining lasers.
Mining lasers. 5s.
1 hit, and that's a wound. Invon! Yes! Seismic cannons hitting on 5s this time with +1 to wound. Bam! Sustain with this, and you're wounding on +1 to wound is 4s. Not bad.
AP2.
AP2.
5 ups. Good roll in.
43 damage, pretty good. 8 damage. 3 wounds remaining. 18 shots coming in with the little guys into the little knight. 4s.
And 4s.
Bam! +1 to wound is crucial here, it's 5s.
Come here, me.
Wounds left, I got 3 ups. I'm dead.
Oh, death by organ.
Do I explode? I do not. He is wiped out.
I knock you back to 1 objective.
Yes, you do. And that's the end of Genestealer shooting phase in turn 2. They wiped out a big and a little knight, took my presence off the center, and I only get 5 points of primary as he took my backfield as well. Pretty successful if you ask me, as Genestealers are spicing it up in this game, as you have the charging coming in with the Abominant and his boy into the Desecrator. They made the charge into the Desecrator. Coming with the Hammer of Doom, hitting on 2s.
No.
Strength 12, T12, force to wound. For 1. A 5 up save.
Sir.
No.
Not today.
Okay, it's D6 plus 1 damage.
7
7 damage. 3 attacks, got 2 6s, so 5 hits with the Abominant. Wounding on
5s.
Okay.
2.
Come on, 5 ups! No, 6 damage. 9 wounds, that's a devastating turn, and I fight back. And I -1 to hit, not yet. Big sweep attack, 3 on 3s and 2s. Nice for 6 damage piece, AP4, so go straight
through. This
so 6 damage, 4 Phone of Pains, 6 at a time. And that guy's dead, yes. Your Abominants are wiped out. One shot your character. Where is he? He's there. Character remains, you have an invon or not. 6 damage is going to go through and hopefully kill him. There's a 5 of Phone of Pain, 4 of Phone of Pain, 5 wounds. Die! Oh! Abominant's dead! Take that.
He comes back to life on a 2+.
No, he doesn't. No, I've lost 1! Oh, 4 wounds.
And
Does your unit come back?
that's my unit come back. Let's go! Go on!
No.
Yes!
You take a blip there as well, coming in that next turn of end of my turn. Ooh, that's great for you.
End of your. Oh, that's
That's so
for
great.
me.
You get 5 secondary investigate signals plus cleanse, and then you manage to kill a big knight, a little knight, and also get your character back to life, and the Abominant squad, and the bikes. Insane! As we push now to the knight's 3rd turn, I need to do something to stop the tide. Hostile opponent, no prisoners on my cards on turn 3 for the Chaos Knights, as we get a CP for primary and 5 points for, whilst also getting those Storm hostile points and no prisoners. I lost a big knight and a little knight. I have losing guys, and you seem to just be swarming me and not showing any sign of dying, getting bikes back. And the seemingly unkillable aberrants in the end of this turn, which is insane.
Ascension!
I must have an amazing turn, and I'll see what I can do in the 3rd turn for the Chaos Knight. In the mid phase, I've moved up with the Chaos Knight, the big knight coming up, this knight's coming up. He's coming to the center to hold it down, going to take this back point, storm hostile point, wipe out your character, and this guy's in the building. We just need to wipe out our backfields and just do as much damage to the center and the front as we can. As that finishes turn 3, moving phase to the Chaos Knight, quite speedy, as there's no time to waste. And we have now, element phase, every unit within 9 inches of him will take mortal wounds. Start with the character. Yep. The Abomination! Yes, D3! 3 mortals! 3 4-ups. Die! You take 3 down, 2 wounds, and now your big squad. Full brothers! Yes! D3 for 2 more. 18 remaining. We do a battle shock test, force it on this guy and start in shooting phase. I pick them and they have to do a battle shock test. Okay, -1. And Doom of Darkness is active this round.
Oh, big! Yes.
You rolled an 8. No. The battle shock failed. That was annoying. Okay, we continue. And now we have the shooting phase continue. This big knight's going to do the big destructor gun into that truck. And he's going to do the stubber into these guys. Destructor cannon, 3 shots. Come on. Destruction. Only
Oh my god.
1 hit. CP. Yes. And then this is strength 18. 2s. Yes, 2 wounds. AP4. 36 plus 6 damage. Boom. Take 12 damage. Is dead. And that is no prisoners.
Nice.
And you're not going to get that point. Truck does not come back as we now have the stubber from the bad boy into these guys. Of course, you spawn in with the bikes and with the unkillable aberrants to mock the Chaos Knights and rub salt into the wounds. As I killed the truck, and we have the stubber into these guys. 2 with the stubber. Killed 2 with the stubber, and now we have this bad boy, who's going to fire after this bad boy, who's going to fire into them with everything.
Okay,
Stubber into these guys in the building and falling down. I can CP's given the loan up, so I have to re-declare, which I can do. And I'm going to do stubber into them and then everything else into that character. 8 shots, hitting on +1 though, because you're under half strength. So hitting on 2s here into your Abominant. X 3s to wounds. 1 drops off the board, bam. AP. Wow. 1 3 damage. Every feel no pain but 2, so he just dies. Perfect. That's another 2 points, no prisoners. And he can't come back. Stubber into your dudes in the building. 6 shots on 3s. It was 2s, but this is wounding on 3s. 3 wounds go through at AP 0. You have 4-up saves, 3 of them. Taking it one. Doing another one, as we now have this Chaos Knight, who is going to have to fire everything into these guys, because he can't see anything else. This squad, which might seem a bit exaggerated, but we're going to hopefully wipe them out. Stubber on 3s. 3s to wound with Stubber. Stubber killing. 1 more. Big dev cannon. 9 shots on 3s. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 2s with devs. Oh my god, just 2 wounds. 0, 2 4-ups. 3 damage apiece. Kills 1. Ineffective, inefficient shooting in the world. Wow. Terrible, 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 terrible. This guy's going to fire with his melter into these guys, plus his stubber within 12, but you do have stealth. Shots of melters. 4s to hit. 1 hit. And that's a death. Stubbers for days. Stubbers for days, baby. Only 3 hits. And then got 2 wounds. 1 dies. Getting 3 there, and we're now going in for the charge. And down, baby. Boom! That's an 11. Big boy is going to charge these guys. We're going to do Abominant into them on a 5. Desecrator is going to double up into this back squad. I'm with the Abominant into this very scared squad of GSC. One attacks with the big boy with sustained. Okay, that's pretty terrible. 2s. And that many die. 6. Tail coming in now with 3 attacks, strength 7, damage 2. Strength 8. 3s. 2s. And you have 2 6-ups to make. 2 6-up saves! 2 die. Part we have finishing off the squad. Got 1 on 3s, 12 attacks. Hits, 2 to wounds. Bam, they're wiped out. That 6 goes through, it perfectly kills the squad. Wipe out the squad. Oh, please don't come back. 1. Oh. Yes! He wiped the squad and stormed the hostile point. Way! Round of applause, please. We're coming over here with this little knight into those guys. And we're going with the sweet profile, so we get double attack, strength 8, AP 2, 1 damage. 8 attacks hitting on 3s. 2 to wound. AP 2. Bam. Go through, 5 die. That unit will take a battle shock test next turn. Squad, we have 1 heavy mining weapon. Attacks on 3s. Everyone wants to hit. So 2 hits for 10, T10. So 4s.
And now I've got
rolling wounds because I'm on a point for 2. 2 damage. 5 ups, making 1 of them. Making 3 damage on that knight in the center. The guy did 2 wounds as well into the knight, and you're the leader to fight now from this squad of 3 guys who are doing some punch into this knight. 5 attacks on 2s, everything hits. Yep. On 6s. And you get 2.
With a reroll.
For 2. AB2, 1 damage, 5 ups, takes a damage. End of my turn, I get 10 points of secondary, is pushed down to 3rd turn for the GSC. GSC, they got extend battle lines and overwhelming force. The GSC are in a commanding position as you have a battle shock test to take on your squad of 3. Makes it at least 6, you boss. Decent secondaries, overwhelming force, extend battle lines. You get 5 for primary, you get 2 CP, but you failed it, so you only got 1, as did I got 1 as well. And we're pushing the movement phase now for the GSC on turn 3. So let's do this. If GSC movement phase, turn 3.
So, end of movement, the bikes move up, they're about to throw some mortal wounds at this guy with some drive-by demolition.
Very nice.
Looking scary.
Looking
back from the dead. These guys fell back onto the objective. The aberrants moved forwards.
They should be dead.
To take up position to charge him. These guys moved round to get a line of sight on the big knight. The end of the movement phase, this unit dropped in with 3 grenade boys at the front there ready to throw.
Looking terrifying as the knights are cornered in an ambush, and this could be the end of them. Or will it be the beginning of a new empire? Bikes are giving some more wounds, end of the movement phase into the night. Boom, 4 some mortals.
1, 2, 3, 4.
2 wounds remaining, needed 7 more wounds. Ooh. Ow! These guys advanced but didn't make the point on this side. Sniper's gonna fire.
He's gonna shoot at this guy because he's got a Psycho 2+.
On 14 wounds, who is a Psycho. Yeah. Damn it. On a 3, so misses.
Hit 2+.
For 1. AP. So makes it. Still on 14 wounds, he's only on 2 wounds. This could be bad.
This could be bad.
We'll continue. This squad. The big squad, the last big squad.
This squad, I think, yeah.
Into
I think it's going to be everything into the Knight on 2 wounds.
The Desecrator.
I think we're going to get greedy.
Hold fast, brother. Truck's doing outline and start shooting into the Knight to get your buffs off.
6 plus 3 for 4. I need 1 5 up here.
No, nothing. Damn it! Fails to wound, but achieved in getting the buff for your army, giving you +1 AP and +1
cover against
ignore
that.
cover.
There are 2 ones. And then this unit is going to shoot everything at you.
Landing laser. You got 2 mine lasers.
Yeah.
Nice. Reroll hits because you spent a free strat on them as well to get
+1 to hit and reroll hits because of the character.
Very nice.
Strength 12.
Force to wound.
1 wound.
5 up in 1. Fails it. Damage. DC +1 has been 2. Alright. Do I explode? The biggest roll ever. Oh, he does not. Love that. To take me out. 2 buggies and 1 bike into my Knight Abominant, and I'm going to spend a CP to give him a 4-up inpun. Save my CP because with my extra AP tonight, I think I'm cool. Okay. With my last surviving Knight. 2 shots, 1 mine laser hits on a 6, and then Flamer doesn't wound, and then a bike. For 2 hits, and nothing. 1 wound! Oh my god. Ah! No! Taking 9 damage, so he's down to 13 wounds remaining on my final Knight, the Abominant. So, the Abomination, how you've killed me.
I'm going to throw real horrible grenades at you again.
3d3.
3d6 plus 9.
Plus, yeah, 3 each, so 9 altogether. Oof. Buffies! Okay. 9.
These guys hit on 5s, but I'm going to spend my CP here on
+1 to hit, and extra AP.
Let's go!
Hitting on, ooh. Do you have rerolls? No.
I reroll 1s to hit because I'm an Acolyte unit, but that's it.
That wasn't great.
No, it wasn't.
That was not great.
Come on!
12 speed, 12.
So 4s here.
Yes.
No rerolls.
So nothing. So 2. 4 up in months. Come on! No! 9 wounds remaining as that fires those shock charges, and the rest of the squad come in. 6 pistols plus a big cannon. 6 is
1.
1 wound. Come on. Oh my god. I'm an Abominant. You're in 8 wounds remaining, and you have the big gun now as well. The big cannon, the big gun. He's already fired, so he's done. So that's that unit fired.
They're done.
And that's your shooting.
And that's my shooting.
Nice, not bad. You killed a big Knight. Took him down to 8 charges.
These guys are charging here.
Yeah, very nice. Making it on a 9. And this could be bye-bye. Little Knight on the objective. Starting with the Abominants who made the charge into the Knight. The Knight. So 3 attacks each. It's 12 attacks.
3s. Wow.
Okay, I'll take that. 5s to wound. Live, brother. You're making just 2. 5 ups. No! Explode! No! Again, I can't make a 5 save to save my life! At the end of your turn, and for points, you get extended outlines, and you get overwhelming force for killing 1 unit off the point. Nope, 2, so you get 5 for both, so you get 10 for secondary. Push down to Knights. Chaos Knights turn 4. I have 2 Knights left. Turn 4, I get overwhelming force behind enemy lines. I get nothing for primary, unfortunately, but I'm just going to go out for the gas and see how much I can do with 2 Knights remaining. And I pass Battle Shock off camera. Guy's going to take the centre, and that guy's going to take that point, and we're going to try and get overwhelming force. As end of my movement phase, everyone with the 9 inches is going to take some mortal wounds, which is pretty cool. Warp Storms, that squad, and those 2 squads on the left are going to take mortal wounds. Aberrants on the centre for 3+, yeah, for D3. This has been popping off. 2 mortals. 2 for Philippines. I hate you. Tay. Squad of 3 Aberrants, dudes, yes, for D3 mortals, taking 2. And we wipe them out, killing a unit. Very nice. The character is alive. Very nice. And now into that squad. This is popping off. D3 mortals, bam, take another 2. This Warp Storm power is actually very good. If you get in the right positions, with the right timing and the good rolls, we can kill a couple Genestealers and come back to life. And that goes in the movement phase. That is the movement phase. Now shooting phase is going to start. We're going to force, because they're for Philippine, we're going to do it onto those. They fail it, which is very good, which means you're -1 to hit now, and +1 to wound against you, and also I'm going to spend a CP to do 66 mortals. Every mortal you take, I get a wound back. 6 dice for some mortals. Ow! Wow, 6 mortals. Back up to 14 wounds, and we killed 6 of them. Shooting phase, I'm now going to shoot his big cannon into the bikes, and then the stubber is going to fire into the aberrants. With the stubber, into the aberrants. Oh my god. 1 wound. Die! Fail the save, 4 for the pain. Big death cannon gun turning around into the bikes. This one to hit is 4s. Bam. No -1 to hit, it was a lie, and then winning on 2s with devs. Bam. 4 go through AP 0, 3 damage. So you have a couple cover. Cover, 2 there. He has 1 wound remaining, even though they already died. Not salty at all.
Oh, by the way, speaking of already dying, on a 4-up, this unit's coming back to life.
No. That's finally doing damage, and that is the shooting. But now we have this boy who's going to fire everything into the aberrants. Not them, because I want to charge them.
Okay, fair.
We're blasting that squad. They're going away too. I'm hitting on +1 because you're not on starting strength, so hitting on 2s with a big cannon. Bam. And then 2s. Bam. 2 1s. If you want 3 damage, you're wiped. Wiped out. But bam. But do you come back on a 4+? No. Oh. Yes! The big boy is going to charge... interesting thoughts. He's going to charge both squads, the aberrants and the character. Double 6 on the charge. Everything into the aberrants with the tail into the character.
Okay.
Aberrants hitting on 3s with sustained. Getting no sustained, and 4 miss. 2s to wound the aberrants, and you have no character.
How many?
5 go through. Terrible feeling their pains. We wiped out 4 of them. They're not that strong on the second time round. Not bad. Finish a fast Chaos Knight turn 4, as I managed to get 5 points over own force. Discard behind me lines for a CP. Has pushed down to GSC turn.
I get a bonky back.
You get 5 points secondary. You do no damage back to me. Defend Stronghold and Air denial of the cards of GSC on turn 4. You get 1 back, and you will get 10 for primary. In a close game in turn 4, as I have 1 knight left and 1 small one for the GSC.
Spend 2 CP to give this unit unit +1 to wound when I shoot that. Everything now is going to shoot here.
Shooting phase, you've got your strats, +1 AP, +1 to hit, +1 to wound, into this guy. You have a big squad and some bikes. You have the bikes doing their mortal wound strats. Within 6, they're going to do 4-ups immortals against the big knight. Oh my god!
Oh my god, no.
9 mortals. The Chaos Knight, long story short, after many years of fighting and epicness, he falls. The Chaos Knights are taken out in turn 4, as I can see defeat, you get 16-0, and the GSC were relentless. They kept coming back, and they wiped out their knights. MVPs to the GSC quickly at the end in the post-game show.
The aberrants for sure, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the aberrants were just so good. And actually, we did the bikes, and also the... Reductus Saboteur, 1-shot in a little knight on the road.
That was crazy. This big knight was amazing, but it was too little too late, and you kept coming back, and I couldn't quite wipe you out. And I did well, but you killed my Rampager, you killed my Desecrator, you killed the Abominant, you killed 3 out of 4 little knights as well. Overwhelming victory from the GSC, and a very fun game. Thank you, my friend, for playing. Thank you for watching, I'll see you on the next one on Shared Gaming.